continuing coverage at the Expo here in Atlanta, 2017. We are here with a game that is in a fully prototype form, Jared tells us. So we wanted to make sure that that is absolutely, positively clear. Artwork is still, about 90?
Well, actually, so all of the components are prototype, but the artwork is final. The game we're actually showing you is final, but they're like all of this we made so we could play with you guys.
I'm really gonna miss these pink little stands.
I'll make sure to keep them for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be that's a little hole in my heart. Yeah. This is called Gateway Uprising. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, it's possible that we will not finish the game. This is mainly a demo just to show you the core mechanisms of the game, how it plays, how it feels, and all that good stuff. But we might. Just depends on how well we play or poorly we play. So take it away. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves and around the table so that everybody knows who everybody is. So we'll start with Jared.
My name's Jared, and I'm the marketing manager at CMON.
Sam Healey.
I'm Teri Litorco of That Teri Girl on YouTube and of Geek and Sundry.
Yeah. Nice. I'm Roy Cannaday from Epic Gaming Night. And I'm Jacquemain, and I'm a content creator for CMON.
All right,
content say my last name. I feel like I really messed it up.
Everybody knows your last name.
All right.
Figure it out. It's on the internet.
Yes, it is. It's out there. All right, so Sean, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so the game we're going to play is Gateway Uprising. And the city of Gateway is a city that used to be rich in magic until magic was outlawed. And now the city is under control of an evil Chancellor Gideon. So everybody is controlling these rebel factions that are trying to take back control of the city. Right now we can see the city is broken up into these different districts, and each of them is controlled by a different set of city guards. So we're going to do battle with these different sort of sections of the city with the guards in these different sections. But also, complicating matters just a little bit, we've got this horde of monsters just outside of the city that are starting to break their way in, and they're also going to be doing battles. They're going to be doing battles with our rebel factions, and they're going to be doing battles with the city guards as well. Gotcha. So it's kind of like
everybody wants a piece.
Everybody wants a piece of this city. Everybody wants in. So
must be a nice place.
It was nice. It is getting less nice. It is getting less nice as the game progresses. Yeah. But so the main mechanic of the game is going to be deck building, but there is an element of area control as you're going to try and take over different parts of the city, and as you control different parts of the city, that's going to give you like a bonus action. Or ability that you can do while you control that sort of part of the city. So everybody's starting off with almost the exact same deck of 12 cards. We've got our Solarian cards, and we've got some Rebel Insurgents. And the carts are our currency in the game, and the rebels are our sort of military force, our army. That are fighting for our factions. But everybody has an individual faction leader that is going to give you sort of a unique ability when they're played out into the game. So just like a regular deck building game, you're going to have abilities to buy on your turn, buy from a supply of cards that will go to your discard, and then later on be shuffled into your deck. Now, there are a few interesting differences here. Your army, when it gets played out, it is going to stay out in front of you, and it can be used to attack monsters in the city, or city guards in the city, or even other players that are in the city. You can like launch attacks against each other, and your soldiers will eventually get killed and be thrown into your discard pile, and you'll be able to bring them out again on a later turn. We've got a supply of cards that we can buy that are going to like improve our decks throughout the course of the game, and they come in sort of some different flavors. So we've got different military cards that can come out, and they'll have a strength and a defense to them. We've got support cards that can be played to help some of our attacks in the city. We've got different power stones, like the different stones that are out there, and they come in common, uncommon, and rare, and they are more valuable the more expensive that they get. And those are very interesting things. So you guys all start with a rune stone. You guys each start with a common rune stone. You can take a look at that, and so that'll stay face down until you either choose to use it or the game ends, and it can be used for points. So they have an ability that is usually single-time use, and then it's expelled out from the game. But then also, if you hold on to it till the end of the game, it gives you infamy points, which is what we're ultimately playing for.
Gotcha. Which is these things right here.
Yes, exactly. And you can also earn those for defeating guards and monsters as well. Like anytime you defeat one of the guards or a monster, it'll tell you what points it's worth for defeating them. And then we also have some market cards that add to our buying power throughout the course of the game. So what's going to happen is everybody's going to take a turn. It follows the same process. It's everybody is going to get to have a recruitment phase, which you have 2 points of recruitment, and to recruit cards, each card you recruit costs you 1 point of recruitment.
Gotcha.
And then once those cards are out, you'll be able to use them for attacks. There is your attack phase, where you can actually launch your attacks. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the action phase that they bring out. Yeah, action phase that they come out.
Yeah, the recruiting is part of your actions,
right?
Which that's, and some cards will modify that of your base too. You'll see things that'll be like +1 action or +2 action, and you immediately add that to that turn.
Right.
So
gotcha.
Yeah. Right. So bringing military cards out of your hands happens in your action phase, and you have 2 action points to spend to do that. And then the market cards that you have in your hand cost 0 action points to bring out, and so they can be used freely out of your hand. And then after your action phase, you can have your recruitment phase, which is when you do bring cards into your discard pile. And
with the recruitment, there's only one
recruitment, although some cards can give you extra recruitments throughout the course of the game. And then you have an attack phase, which you can choose to use or not use. And your attack phase allows you to choose a target district in the city, launch an attack against them. And the way attacks work, basically, is that you're going to add up your attack strength for all of the cards that are in your army, and launch an attack against them, and you can divide that up in any way you want against the defenders of that area. And if you defeat them, they get discarded. You'll earn infamy points for that attack, and then you'll be able to, if you take over that part of the city, you'll be able to place one of your standees in there and activate the action in that city, in that district of the city.
One of the interesting things, the way it works with attacking and defending. So Teri, if you launch an attack on this patrol, you will actually be acting as that patrol. So what's going to happen is you're going to attack, and let's say you have an attack power of 3, and if there was multiple cards, you would decide where that damage is being applied throughout here. In this case, it would just be going to that one. And then you, as the defender, decide where that one damage is going on her band. Okay. So you can kind of direct that a little bit and say, like, so if you were here, you're dealing with 4 damage that you can evenly divide by throughout her army. Not evenly, I mean, you could just stack it all on the most powerful guy, or you could kind of split it up to kill a couple. And same with you, you could say, oh, if I had enough to kill them all, or if you didn't, you go, okay, I want to kill 2 of those guys because I had 5. And then that damage doesn't persist, though. So the next time that comes through...
If you don't successfully fully kill a creature or an opponent, they will be, like, recharged for the next round. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then the last thing is event cards. A normal game is after everybody takes a turn, an event card is revealed, and that could mean more monsters. It could mean any number of different things. You just follow the instructions of what happens on the event card, and the game will end in one of a few different ways. First of all, if all of the if any district in the city gets 3 monsters in it, it has been destroyed, and it gets flipped over to its ruined side. And if the entire city gets ruined, that will end the game, because nobody wants to fight for it anymore anyway.
All broken.
Exactly. If every district in the city has at least 1 monster in it, that will end the game as well.
including
the central part of the city. If any player is able to get all of their standees onto the city, all of their markers onto the city, that will end the game. And otherwise, if the event deck runs out, this should be 12. We won't play the full set probably, but if the event deck runs out and you're unable to draw a new event card, that ends the game. And then in that case, everybody adds up their infamy points. So if Gateway falls to the monsters, everybody loses. However, a person can win by getting all of their standees out, or if the event deck runs out, it's the person with the most infamy points that's going to win the game.
Okay. I will note, just so you have 6 markers, so what you're actually doing is controlling the districts around Central City. Because that one has kind of a more unique mechanic than these other ones, because creatures and stuff are replenished kind of through here, but through certain actions like event cards. But that Central City is actually, that's where the city, the guards are always at.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if they're always coming back to 3, because that's the core of the city.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why you only have 6 of these, because the districts are going to run like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yes, if ever a round ends with less than 3 guards in the city, those will be replaced. And the city guards, as they get replaced, we put them out one at a time, because some of their text will say, add another guard here, or whatever, any number of different things that can happen. Cool. So essentially, the turns work 6 card hands for each player, and you're going to start with your you're going to start with your action phase. You get 2 action points, which can allow you to put out some of your military cards. And then after that, you can also put out your merchant cards, and that will give you your currency, your buying power.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you'll do your recruitment phase and attacks as you so desire. Do we have a star player? Have we figured that out? Do we want to go?
Whoever raises their hand right now.
Oh.
Bam, look at that.
Made it happen. Cool. So I guess I'm starting. So I've got lots of money with my merchants here.
Yep.
So I just play all these out.
Yeah. Well, you've got an action point first, and I see you've got your leader.
So this is even better?
Well, I mean, it is an action to play it out. So it costs.
But it will give me 2 extra actions. So
correct. Yeah.
Even though I don't think there's any more actions in it.
Yeah.
But you get a draw.
I do get a draw card. So
Yeah.
my leader is the mage tree.
Yes.
So I have a tree for my leader.
Yes.
Good time. So I do get to draw a card. I do get to draw a card.
Yeah.
And if I had more action cards, I could now play them.
Correct.
Because you can only play 1 action a turn?
2.
2 actions a turn.
2 actions a turn, so who knows, maybe you drew another action.
I
know,
totally,
I can see.
totally
Okay,
did.
well, I can't.
And then I will merchant or cart. And I've got a full 6 hands of 6 money here. So it's a good idea to try to get like more buying power, because I know a lot of these games is all about getting stuff. I could get like some strong guys, or I could get more things to buy more stuff.
And that's where it kind of comes interesting to your strategy, because like you're right, you can go that I want to get that more buying power, so I'm getting a more consistent higher buy each time, right? But 6 is also pretty good to start with.
Yeah.
So because we have things like Sledge, who is a very powerful insurgent. It's a 3/3 for 5.
So how important is buying more cards as opposed to just getting troops out there and getting into the city?
So it's important to buy more cards so you can get out there in the city.
Because right now your military strength is very low.
Yeah. So in this case, once you recruit a guy, they also are going to go directly into your discard pile for later. But yeah, it's.
I think I'm going to play the slow game and go ahead and get more markets with all my markets.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and get this really expensive market, which will give me 3 next time when I play it. And this all goes to my discard pile? This also?
Yep.
As well. Everything,
good.
yep.
And then, you just draw up to 6.
Cool.
And
that would be this.
Yeah. I guess we can go this way.
Doesn't matter.
Either way.
Okay. So the deployment, I use 2 action points to play cards from my hands, merchant costs. So I have 2 rebels.
Yep.
And I have 4 cards. And then I recruit. Oh no, I don't recruit. I do recruit.
Recruit is the next thing. Yep.
I will take a jar wizard. Maybe.
So, and to note on the Jar Wizard, which it's totally valid, it costs 4 and you got 4. That's support. So that is gonna act as a card that comes out. He's not an attacker, but he gives you so in this case, you know, this time you go to your discard pile. The next time you play him, you get to draw extra cards and you take more actions.
Yeah.
And the other thing I can't read upside down. Maybe exiled from your hand for +2 draws. So exiled is different discard. Exiled is just gone.
Gone from the game.
So support cards are good, but again, it's kind of that strategy of how you want to start building up, right?
Yeah.
And he seems like he'd be more important as you have more actions to be able to trigger and run more actions.
Exactly.
Okay, so if I've got 3, there's more supports over here. I'll probably just take I'll take a merchant.
Merchant. Cool. And now you actually have some soldiers out there, so you have an option to attack. There are different targets in the city that you could attack with these guys and possibly get some infamy, possibly get some control of the city yourself. Like, for example, Swamp Town is defended by a lowly patrol. They got a strength of 1 and a defense of 2, and you have a strength of 2. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to try to take...
And you can also, some of your decisions may rely on because when you take over that district, you will have that ability happen. So.
You take this one, you get a common runestone, so you could get one of these.
Yep.
I think I'm going to do that then.
And you're going to be acting as the defender because you're the next person in.
So you total up your attack strength, which is 2.
Yep.
His defense strength is 2, so you successfully defeat him. And his attack strength is 1, which will be
applied to either one
of those.
So your choice, either way.
Thank you for giving me such a
does nothing.
in-depth,
dynamic
choice.
Yeah.
But you can choose which one it doesn't. Really
I'm going to hurt that person.
It's feelings. Oh no.
See each one, it strikes, and lightly.
Unless you do 2, it does nothing, basically.
Correct. So. Yes, it is not sustained damage.
Now that is
destroyed.
To the city guard.
I will take that, and you get an infamy point for destroying a city guard.
Okay.
10 points.
And you get to put one of your characters in there and immediately get the benefit, gain a common runestone, and that goes face down.
Face down.
Yep. Yeah, and it can go with your... So your runestones are awesome, helpful things that can be used in different ways. The more rare they are, the more powerful they are. However, if you choose not to use them, they are worth infamy points at the end of the game. Cool. So it's kind of like a balance of like, do I really need this extra, benefit, or do I want the points?
So if she ever gets to a point where she wants to play more action, she can be like, runestone, I can do more actions now.
Exactly. And usually, yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Right.
Sam.
Play out 2 rebels and 4 carts. So we're going to go ahead and get an Argenthian vendor. My discard pile.
Playing that money game.
Yeah.
And
playing the long game.
To attack Market Town and blast this guy out of the water.
Yep.
He will damage one of my guys. Roy, which one would you like to damage?
Seeing that doesn't actually affect them, that one over there.
Choose one, Roy.
Done.
Which one?
I think this one?
The top one?
The top one.
The top
boy,
one?
okay.
Okay, thank you, Roy. I appreciate
it. I would have gone with the bottom one, but
personally,
so he is
no effect.
And
having played it before,
I get another Argenthian vendor.
Yeah.
And this goes to my...
Very nice. Very nice. And your army stays out?
Yes.
Perfect.
I get
cool.
One of these for destroying that rebel.
So, with insurgents, can you only play 2 of them on a turn?
Correct. Well, you get 2 action points to play.
Gotcha.
So, for example, with your faction leader, he would have allowed you to have played more. Exactly.
So I'm kind of in a bind here with what I got, because I got 3 rebels that I can only play 2 of.
Exactly.
So I'll do 1 action, play 1 rebel, 2nd action, play another. And then I have 2 to buy with, but it doesn't look like there's too many choices with 2, or any choices with 2. I definitely don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, you can fill it up with lower money, but...
That's not how we play these games.
No.
It's cool, so I'm going to be fighting with these guys.
So, interesting thing to note, now there are, because they have their faction markers out here, they can. That's the way you attack players directly, is through their faction markers, but it is against their army.
Pause. We forgot something important. An event.
Oh.
Oh yes.
After everybody has had a turn, we get an event. So
that may affect how you do that.
It may affect how you do things. So during their turn, every player can play one insurgent at no action cost. Oh my goodness! It makes all the difference.
Oh, geez, it really makes all the difference.
We planned that.
Everybody loves Roy.
So now we just know the importance of events in this game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now they can be bad. I don't want you to think that they can always be good, but yes, they can be bad. So on this round, everybody can play one insurgent.
Cool. And then I'll work for
at
everybody.
no action cost. Yep.
So I have one that costs my one action, another that costs my other one, and this is going to be my free action.
Yep.
And I still only have $2, which I can't really do anything with.
Right.
So is there anything out there that has 3 defense? We still have that place over there that's weak, this place over here that's weak, but anything else is going to wreck me. This is exile the top card of any revolution or runestone pile, which is just these.
Yeah. And this is during cleanup. Play one insurgent from your discard pile.
That's cool. So after these guys die, they go to my discard pile, and I can play them out because of that, if I own that area. I think we're going to attack over there.
Okay.
So
it's they're dealing 1 to you, and you're dealing 3 to them.
3 to it. So I will take it out, but Teri gets to choose one of my guys to take 1 damage. Which one? It's not going to affect it.
The prettiest one. I choose the prettiest one.
Okay. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Sure.
And you earn an infamy point.
And my crazy-looking unicorn figure thing here.
the narwhal dog.
Narwhal dog is basically what it is. It's pretty gnarly looking.
Nardog.
But I do keep these out, and this will go to my discard pile now, not used. And that is my turn.
Yep. And you'll shuffle, and you'll be ready for your next hand.
Sounds great.
Okay. So I get an insurgent for free, but so that would be my free insurgent. I do have a faction leader that causes me to draw, but do I reshuffle my discard pile before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you have to
Come
draw
on,
and
big
you can't
money.
shuffle them up.
It's almost like a deck building game.
Almost.
It is similar. It has similarities. Yes.
And then I get 1 additional recruit, so
Nice.
that's 3. 6. I get 6.
They say lucky in carts, unlucky in love.
I think I'm going to take a sledge.
Okay.
The sledges are good. They are nice
I will
hammers to
do
hit
that.
down on other
And
players.
it goes into my discard pile.
Yes.
So that is where he goes. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
So she gets to attack again with these units?
She can attack.
Yeah, you don't have to, but you can.
I think I'm going to take. How many am I at? I do 3 damage, and everyone looks like they're really tough except for Swamp Town. So I'll go and fight in Swamp Town.
Swamp Town, okay.
Don't underestimate Swamp Town, though.
So
They hate that.
Yeah.
The Swamp Tonians.
those Swamp Tonians.
Oh, I get to damage one of your people.
Yes.
Everybody keeps choosing the top one. I'm going to do the middle one.
Middle
That's
one.
good.
Okay.
Middle one.
And you get an infamy point for that.
I do?
Well, you get a style point. She gets an infamy
I
point.
get an infamy point, and I
They're not
exile the
worth anything
top
at the end
They are not
from
worth
any
it.
revolution or runestone pile.
Yes.
Thank you for
So
clarifying that.
that's from any of these ones, or the top of any of their.
Any of these ones, yeah.
Oh.
So if you think somebody's getting close to buying something, or you just want to get it, like these are small piles. There's only 5 in each of them, so you
I
can.
see.
And once a pile is gone,
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a card you don't want other people to have that many of.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Let's try one of these guys. Geomancer. He looks mean.
All right, gone from the game. Exiled.
I don't like artificers.
here.
I'm
Like, great.
I'm biased
There.
against artificers,
All
obviously.
right. So I'm going
He's
to
got that
put
sweet
another
metal
rebel in
arm,
there.
man. That's
I
awesome.
also have my Amber Mage, which gives me +1 action, which I can't really use, but all runestones cost 1 less to recruit.
I had that last night, and
So-
it was very helpful to me.
So that's 4, and I'm going to buy this sword stone.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
And it goes face down. Yeah.
Okay.
And those can be used when you acquire a runestone. You can use it
Use
on
it
that turn.
automatically.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Alrighty then.
Will there be an attack? You can attack the central city. Now you may not be able to defeat everybody there, but you can win infamy points for that.
Interesting.
What is the special ability of Central City?
I don't believe there is one.
Gain 2 points.
Gain 2 points.
To infamy for taking over.
Points.
Gotcha. All right. So these are one-time uses.
Correct.
Yep.
And if you don't use them,
They're worth the infamy points,
at the end. All right. I think I'm going to get a lot more infamy points than just 2. So I'm going to use this. Add 6 to my army's attack total, which is 9.
9 total.
Which will take out everybody there.
More than enough. However, we might see our first casualty here because they have an attack of 4.
Right, which means that it'll take out both of these.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So these guys come back here.
Yep, that's correct. They'll go to your discard.
This guy is done.
Yep, that is exiled from the game. These 3 guys are gone.
So that's 5 points, right?
Yep, correct.
Infamy points, and those do count for points for the end of the game.
Yes. Yes.
Keeping us
Much better than style points.
I'm going to give you a style point for saying that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Now we're tied.
All right.
And that's it.
Great.
Back to me.
So Amber Maze goes back in my discard pile as well.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So now it's the end of the round.
Event phase.
So we got, and we also have to refill that with guards.
With guards, yeah, that's right, because there's
One at a
always
time now.
3, yeah. So, City Guard, the fish tank. Well, that is a pretty nasty City Guard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another City Guard, the patrol, and Deus Templar.
And this triggers a battle right now.
Yeah, it
because
immediately
you're there.
triggers
So
a
he
battle.
kills this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You have 1. Does anything have 1 defense?
No.
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 All right, so this just goes here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm shuffling my discard pile right now. Does
So-
that happen at the end of your turn or at the beginning of your turn?
That this happened after cleanup, so he is in your
So
discard.
he is in my discard pile. Gotcha.
Because cleanup actually technically happens after actions, recruitments, and buying. So it's kind of the last thing you do.
It's the last thing.
Right.
Okay. And
But-
then that's the first thing you do on the next round.
Yeah, that technically happened at the end of this
So
round.
right after I cleaned up, it
Right,
happened.
right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then we're doing the event.
Yeah, the central city almost works like a King of the Hill thing. You can get your way up
Yeah,
there for a
like-
bit, you score your points,
Like
but they're going to knock you out.
What
of
you
there
did
again.
was like the perfect way to handle Central City
Yeah.
because you nabbed a bunch of points and then they came and kicked your butt.
So, how exactly do the numbers work on
They
these?
said, "Get out of here."
I'm so glad you asked
Points.
that. I'm so glad you asked that.
I didn't hear.
So he asked, what do the numbers mean in the
a
different
great
parts of the
question.
city? So when we set up the board, those numbers get deployed randomly. Sometimes there are like X's, and some of these districts won't even have a number. However, you're going to see right now with this event card what those numbers mean. Deploy 1 horde monster to each of districts 4 and 6. So whenever we get
Horde
that,
monsters don't like you, Terry.
some horde monsters
going
are showing
on?
up.
They're literally both of your territories.
Oh my gosh.
And boom. So we've got some nasty
They look
horde
pretty
monsters
gross.
I'm
breaking
assuming
into
they're
the city
triggering
here.
battles, eh?
Well, and so what's interesting is because they're both attacking your faction, this battle is triggered at once. So they've got 12
Goodness
Good
gracious.
grief.
yours, and so you're losing those districts.
Oh, yeah.
There's no
One
ifs, ands,
thing
or
though
buts.
is if you have a runestone that could boost their strength, you might be able to take some and get an extra infamy on your way down.
Yep.
Yeah. If only that were the case. Sure.
Oh man,
And
that's
you'll
great.
also notice that a lot of the monsters are quite a bit stronger than a lot of the
Yeah.
city guards, but they're worth a lot more infamy when you take
Yes.
them down.
Gotcha, I see.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, they booted you out of the city.
Goodness gracious, those
Yeah.
guys are rough.
Yeah, and now these monsters are working their way.
And these guys are dead then.
They are.
They
dead.
go to your
They are.
discard.
You know, they
Into
will be
discard.
avenged
Yeah.
by their heirs.
Sure.
So, but they are.
Cool.
Now we begin.
So now my turn. So first I'm going to play my Mage Tree again. I get to draw a card.
Very nice.
And I have all the money. How many buys are you allowed normally?
One buy
per turn.
unless in some way it's.
So I
different.
didn't get anything to give me extra buys. So I'm gonna.
So like this right here says +1 recruit, right?
Yep, that
so
would-
if
so
you
that would give
have
you
this,
extra recruitment.
You would
Cool.
get
Yeah.
right.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for buying strength,
Very nice.
which is the highest thing out here.
the summoner
that guy's real
is
good.
pretty nice as
The
well.
Mobile Wizard Tower.
It's a 5/5.
The summoner is here.
Gotcha.
Also.
So he's 5'2", so he doesn't have as much defense, but
he's a 5'5".
when you deploy him, deploy a horde monster into a district of your choice so you can mess up other people's guys.
Yes.
And then that guy just sticks around. I think I'm going to go with the mobile wizard tower. I've got the mage tree. I should have the mage tower, basically. This is going to go to my discard pile.
The mage tree probably gets sad when it sees the tower walking away.
And you have a chance to attack again if you want, if you have a viable target.
Yep, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger this and use this to boost each of my rebels here. Do they count, or is it just insurgents? Is it any of your? Oh, these are insurgents.
Yeah, they're insurgents. Yep.
So this is 6 attack altogether now.
Yep.
So these each get +1.
Correct.
And I think I'm going to go for this area.
That area, okay.
To take out him.
Very nice.
So
you'll successfully defeat them. Teri, I think you get the choice.
One of my guys too.
All of the most pretty, the brightest, boldest. Is it 4 or just 1?
I take.
It's just
you're taking.
I take 2 damage.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna die.
I like the enthusiasm though.
Yeah, you said that with gusto.
Yeah.
She was like, no, kill all your guys.
All of them.
Thanks.
So the elite guard is dead. 2 infamy points for you. Very nice. Very nice.
And I get to deal 2 damage to any target. Does anybody have any guys out on the board?
This guy, and this is going away.
Yes, that is not.
We're actually busy fighting people, actually.
So it's 2 damage to any target.
Yeah. Oh, so I can deal 2 damage to. Ooh.
There are some city guards in the center there.
I guess I will deal 2 damage to this guy that's pretty rough.
Pretty nice.
And I'll take 1 point, and he doesn't hurt me back, right?
Right.
I think that, that is not.
It's not a battle. He's just dealing the damage.
Deus Templar.
These will go to my discard pile.
But we do always add and Deus Templar the second.
Oh. His brother filled his place.
Thought you took him out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
I believe they're added at the end.
They're not at the end of his turn or at the end of the whole round?
You're right. It's turn structure.
Cool.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, as long as they're added at some point.
Your turn, Teri.
All right. So.
Actually, it's into the round. I was right. You tricked me with your mind powers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm shuffling this thing back in. Get out of my head.
Oh, we've got the sledge now.
Sledge is out.
And all the buy powers out.
So I've got
Sledgehammer.
4 plus another 2 is 6.
Sweet.
That
Very
right?
nice. Very nice.
I think I will take
Another sledge. Oh,
because-
sister sledge.
Sister Sledge. Because I'm not creative. I'm going to.
Burn on Sean Jacquemain.
I think it was.
I think.
I grudgingly give you a style point.
Can I? So I can attack other people, right?
If they control a district,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
the only way to directly attack.
Do you get
someone.
specific
So if I
points
were
for
to
taking
do
out your opponent's characters, or just
this-
hindering
Well,
them?
So you only place that there when you win.
Okay.
Now,
well, I would
keep-
like to.
You take away from their
it'd be
army,
that
essentially.
against
so you don't
nothing.
get points and
Yeah.
stuff
She
for
takes
that.
it
But
over.
if she takes
Yes.
over a
So I
section
come
of the
out,
city,
she goes in.
Now you go. Yep.
And do I gain the benefit of this?
Because you get
Yes.
control of it, you do.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So, looks
I'd
awesome.
just like to point out that I only had 1 district.
But now, how many districts do you have?
Somebody else had 2.
I would lose that
But
point.
he would have defeated.
Yeah.
It is important to
I would
Well,
have
he wouldn't
gotten
have,
wrecked
but
pretty
you would,
bad.
But you would have
actually,
taken control because he would have been there.
because you had 3
I
attack.
understand.
Would've-
Eventually, I've got plans for him. There are machinations happening.
All right,
Terry's
here
going
we
to take
go.
us all out.
Let's see. All right, so I'm going to deploy a rebel. I have an Amber Mage.
5, 6.
All
the cards.
Hammer Mage gives you the discount on the runestones.
Yes.
I really like that last night. Like the runestones are quite helpful. Like you feel bad because they're a single
2
use,
cards and
but at
2
the same
vendors.
time they're worth
So
those
that's
points
4,
anyway.
5,
so.
6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on this sledge actually.
Sledge train.
Yes. And that doesn't do any good right now, so that is my turn.
All right. Fill that up.
Fill it up and
Now we
event.
go.
I
Now
shuffled.
you do it.
Oh, and what does he say? Draw an additional city guard card and place it in the guard captain's district.
Where?
Sweet.
That's
right here.
That's his
pops right
district.
there.
Yeah,
So that is
like,
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
god, that is undefendable. Double fish tank, patrol, and guard captain. All right.
it's looking rough in there.
It is.
And the event.
Yes, the event. Deploy 2 horde monsters to each of districts 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, come on.
That hit me this time.
I am not done. That was just a pause.
Well,
Deploy 3 city guard cards each to districts 4, 5, and 6.
Holy smokes.
This card is appropriately called the End of Days.
End of days.
End of days.
Yes.
So,
Or-
2 horde monsters
or
to
possibly
1, 2,
you
and
could just
3.
say end of games.
2 horde monsters?
Yeah, so there's
Man.
1,
I don't think you're going to survive this. I'm
6
going.
monster. Here comes another one.
But you might be able to. There might be somebody
The
that comes
murder
in.
of Revi.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck is
I'm going to read
happening?
his little ability.
We need
to
some low
see.
defense guys that we can take out. That is not
That
low
is not
defense.
one.
12 attack and 10 defense.
Oh,
The beast tank.
So the
pretty
murder
rough.
of Revi is interesting. Reaction. So once per turn, during your turn, discard an insurgent from your army to move Murder of Revi clockwise to the next adjacent district.
okay, well, the beast tank has a similar thing. At the end of every round, move this monster counterclockwise to the next adjacent district. This is
It's gonna
madness.
be out of control.
Oh my
We
gosh.
got a Druger soldier here, and
So what do the monsters have to do to start destroying the different areas?
So once an area has 3 monsters in it,
it's
everything's
flipped over.
cleared off and
Looks
it's
like that's
flipped
going
over.
to start happening
It's
pretty
the
soon.
ruins, and if everything is in ruins, then game over. And if there's a monster in every district, game over.
So
And we get, oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
We got Murder of Revi. This monster has a reaction. Once per turn, during your turn, discard an insurgent. It's the same?
Yep.
Well, I don't need to read that. And we
And
need
now we need city guards.
in 4, 5, and 6.
So we're going to have a lot of battles.
1,
So I guess my guys are...
2, 3. Yeah, there'll be immediately a battle here.
I mean, there's technically battles that immediately have been happening.
Oh, so the guards are
Oh,
going to
so
be...
let's resolve them all
Yeah,
at the end.
so,
Okay.
I
The
mean-
guards and monsters are going to fight each other. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Which is
so-
interesting because, the guards and monsters are no friends to each other either.
Those guys.
Oh my goodness.
I can't kill that guy.
Grand prisoner, draw and place
I can read them out
into
loud to
each
you.
adjacent.
On draw and place a monster horde card into each adjacent district. So this district just is dead.
Is dead.
And this district is dead.
Dead. That's
Okay.
craziness.
So I guess we'll resolve those really quickly.
Yep.
That's pretty simple.
Ruins.
Well, you know what? Actually, no, because we didn't. This is why you do need to resolve the battles that happen, because
He might take one out.
he might take one of those out. So
Right.
I don't know what their powers were though. Their defense.
Their defense is.
He seems quite
higher.
weak.
Yeah.
He lost, so he's dead. That is dead.
That is dead.
So
That's dead.
normally, you would be when these things happen, like the battles happen. So in this case, that wouldn't have affected anything. So.
So
this-
whenever monsters overrun a specific area, you discard all the monster cards on
you
there?
just, yeah, because that
Everything's gone.
area is gone.
They have ruined it. They're moving on out.
So what's going to happen
that's
here? If you actually, if you want to explain the interesting thing with when there's no actual player doing, like, this is the game fighting itself.
Right.
This is the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
So what happens is with that is the first player, which is you,
Just to assign damage?
you will control the city guards,
Okay.
and then you choose someone else to control the monster.
Okay. Terry, do you want to control the monster?
Sure.
So these guys look like they do have enough attack strength to be able to take out the Duragar soldier. So they have a total of 6, 7, 8 to his 4 defense. So they will be taking him out. But he has 6 attack, so he will be able to choose. You will be able to choose one of these to take out.
I will take out the airship.
Cool. So there's only 1 airship now.
Yay.
And because the game was fighting itself, no one gets infamy.
Perfect.
Then we have these to resolve. This functions very much like a normal fight. So who's ever controlling this district, the person next to them
So-
is going to be.
Both these happen at the same time since they're 2 districts that I'm controlling.
So technically, the battles were happening.
One at a time.
they were-
Yeah. So we'd
yeah.
start with 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks. I really want to kill those guys. So because the monsters spawned first, I have to deal with the monsters here before I can deal with the guards over there. So these monsters are definitely killing my guys off, and I can't do anything to touch them. So.
Unfortunately, and they'll stay.
Yep.
And
take this back. And I don't have any guys there.
And then we do have
We've lost the city, everyone.
It is not looking good in the city here. And we do have to add one, draw an additional, so that's
Whoa.
What does that one do on draw?
Inquisitor.
No, this is on defeat.
Oh, on defeat.
Target player gains the uncommon rune stone.
So he's fun to kill.
For free.
But we still need to do 2 more.
What?
2 more because there should have been 3, but the guard captain required another one. So, and now...
They have to fight each other.
Yeah, they have to fight each other.
So I still control the monsters?
You control city guards, pick who controls the monsters.
I guess, Sam, I'll let you pick the monsters this time.
Okay.
So these guys have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so they should be able to take out the brute. But the brute will deal 6 damage among those guys as far as their defense is concerned.
Let's take out the patrol and the elite guard.
That's good. And this guy dies as well. Yep. And nobody gets any infamy.
Nothing.
No.
But the guards did save a piece of the city a little bit.
You guys in your rebel factions were just like, what just happened here? There was just a huge throwdown between the monsters and the city guards.
Pretty sure we didn't just say what just happened, like our guys died.
Everyone who was watching from outside, though, was like,
wow. Whoa, that was impressive.
Popcorn sales went up.
That was intense.
Districts are burning.
That was intense. End of days, indeed, because that was.
So my turn. All I have is money.
Oh!
But I have 6 money. I think I'm going to get a Geomancer for 5, and that shall be the end of my turn. Your turn, Teri.
Okay, I will play Mr. Gimli, which will allow me to draw 2 more.
Nice.
I will play my 2 rebel insurgents, and I have 5. Now, I've thought this out, and I think I'm going to buy a teleport stone.
All right. Cool.
And that is how I'm going to do that. It looks like there's... So we can play the rune stones? Is that an action, or is that an anytime
It's
trigger?
like an anytime trigger, yeah. They get added to your... Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And then they're exiled after use.
Exactly.
I don't like seeing the world burn, so I'm going to use the teleport stone to transport the city guards that are over here.
Oh.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Very nice. These guards were on break.
Just pass these over to you.
In the break room. And all of a sudden transported to face off against these guys here.
And then I am going to take over that empty spot.
So
Can I do that, or no?
You didn't attack it.
Oh, I didn't attack it.
No, you just
So I have to
move them. You have to, even
attack.
if there's no one there,
Yeah.
you have to at least have a person to...
She does.
She does.
Okay, I just didn't know
Yeah.
if you had done the... Okay.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
because
Do we
the teleport
resolve
stone.
this
Yeah.
first?
Yeah, we can resolve
Yeah.
this first.
So you will, yes,
I will be able to do
get
that.
there.
Okay.
Yes, but it wasn't the teleport that let you.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So Teri, you've got control of the city guards. Who do you want to control the monsters?
I will...
Sam?
Sam, please.
So you've
Kill all the
got
guards.
10 attack strength.
Okay, I think I will try to kill the beast tank.
Beast tank. And you successfully do it. Of course, no infamy, unfortunately, but a successful defeat. And the Druger soldier has 6.
But the beast tank also gets his attack,
Yep.
right?
So that'd be 18
Oh, that's
attack.
right.
Yeah.
Which take out all the
Wipes
guards.
out all the
Yeah.
guards.
All the guards.
Yep.
There we go.
I think you just didn't like those guards.
Hey, you guys go over there.
I like how you were like, I want to save the city.
Let's save the city.
Oh, wait, your district.
There has to be sacrifices when trying
You
to save
know,
the
it
city.
just happens. Just sometimes happens that way. I will attack. I have guys, and because I took over from cleanup,
You can play
I
an
placed
insurgent.
one insurgent from my discard pile
Sweet.
Yep.
back.
Very well done.
Nice.
Well
Well
done.
done.
There we go.
Really good.
And I haven't. Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
All right. So,
You're a natural gateway upriser.
I got 6 cards. That's $6. So,
Man.
that's that.
That's that. Okay. Well, we've got an event to look at.
So, and this is, I think, going to be our last event. Because,
Last event.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
we'll
you
reveal this event.
Yeah.
And then
should I reveal it or
I don't
keep
know.
it secret?
Do you guys want to know what?
I don't think it can get much worse than the End of Days.
I think
End of Days.
It's another End of Days cards, guys.
Great.
No.
But yeah.
It's not good anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it down. We'll leave it a mystery.
Cool.
Okay.
But yeah, it
was awesome.
continues like that until either the events are out, everything's destroyed, which it looked like it was heading this way, or if one of you could control those districts, but that's not seeming likely.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if the event cards run out and there's still people, the game is still progressed, it's down to infamy points.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And so we're looking to have this out Q3
Wow.
Q3 this year.
this year.
Nice.
Okay. So, not in time for Gen Con then. Or maybe.
Maybe.
That was a very committed answer. Yeah. And of course, this is just like a small sampling of the different types of cards that can be in there. There's some standard ones that are always in there, but then there's always 8 different revolution cards that'll come in there. So different support cards, different insurgent cards. So like the experience you have will be different.
Districts. There's other districts that aren't out that are
Different
laid
abilities
out
that can trigger when you win them.
randomly.
Okay.
Cool.
So, because we kind of skipped some of this setup, because even how you guys get your faction leaders can be done multiple ways. You can have them randomly divvied out, or you can actually draft them.
Oh.
You can even draft. What's interesting, you can even draft this layout in a way,
Yeah.
other than doing it opposite. There's even scenarios.
Yeah,
on
we
the
in fact
back.
chose like this is based on a scenario.
Yeah, so there's on the back of the book, there's several little scenarios that would tell you how to set this up. Like the first one that you're kind of doing is the welcome to gateway kind of thing. But yeah, so there's several different ways that can keep it exciting depending on what a game group really likes to do, like that drafting or just having fun being random about it. So
You guys have a price point for this yet?
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Ballpark?
I'm not ready. We're not ready to say
under
anything yet.
1,000.
Under 1,000.
that's a
more than $5.
It's a
Yes.
large ballpark.
Yes.
So it's like if you bet on it or bid on it on Price is Right, more than $1.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will
Get
need
the
a few
ding, ding, ding.
Solarian cards for this.
Right.
Solarian
Yes.
cards.
But how many style points do you need to get the game?
Style points. You guys have earned enough style points already. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But don't try to spend those in your like friendly local game store because they might look at you crazy.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll be like, CMON sent us. Like they told
They
us.
gave me like all these
have-
style points.
Style point.
I would like to redeem them.
Nice.
So
Terrific.
All right. Thank you, Sean and Jared. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate that as well. We'll see you guys on the flip side.